Guys, we have a green screen, and that can only mean one thing. It means I can hang out with Leon in Resident Evil 4, but I can also be in Tomb Raider with Lara, or I could be chilling out in Colombia with Booker. I could be in Dead Space. Or I could be in Halo, which is actually very fitting because courtesy of Party City. Gotta learn how to hold a gun right. This is just to show you guys the new face of Extra Levels. Not the fact that we have a green screen, it's not Master Chief, it's not me. Actually the amalgamation of a ton of graduate students and a lot of work. The problem with being in graduate school and trying to run a YouTube channel is that you're in graduate school and you're trying to run a YouTube channel. So, Kirk is coming up with a Minecraft segment, and then Robin Miller and I are actually going to E3 this summer. We're really excited. I hope you guys are too. There's going to be a lot of really awesome stuff. Maybe disappointing, considering Microsoft's amazing press conference. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into Extra Levels. I'm Katie, and this is where I vlog about what I write about. I recently wrote an article for GamerRanks.com about the historical parallels between Bioshock Infinite and actual historical events. One of the first parallels we can see in the Bioshock universe with American history is the Battle of Wounded Knee. So, the Battle of Wounded Knee, which occurred at Wounded Knee Creek in 1890, which is why it's named the Battle of Wounded Knee, occurred between the Sioux Indian tribes and the American soldiers. And, I mean, the Sioux had a right to be pissed off. They were pushed into reservations off of their land, and because of this, they began the ghost dance movement, in which shamans or ghost dancers would go in and essentially dance around fires and perform tribal rituals. They believed that it would unite the dead with the living, and that would bring peace and prosperity to their society. However, when the American police agents at the reservation saw this occurring, they thought that it was a rebellion. So what was initially meant to be a series of arrests turned into a series of essentially killings. What did happen, regardless, is that it resulted in a massacre of over 300 Sioux Indian, including mothers and children. It wasn't just warriors. We learn that Booker took place in the 7th Cavalry, which was the cavalry that made the charge at Wounded Knee on December 29th in 1890, and he was a rather successful member of it, and we know he regrets what he did.
Play Dead Space 3, apparently.
That's what we're doing tonight! Tonight we're playing Dead Space 3. I don't know why, because I don't do scary games very well. Let's just straighten you up a little bit. Let's play Dead Space 3. Okay. I'm really excited about sharing what I find with you awesome people. A lot of my research with video games and education has been not necessarily on educational video games, because honestly I think some of those are a little boring, but how games that aren't necessarily meant to be educational can be educational, and how interactive forms of media become so immersive that we're actually kind of learning without really thinking that we're learning about things, which is a cool thing to think of in itself.